We just got the cold press juicer just in, and I was really curious to see what the comparison would be on how much juice each one of these produces. I wish somebody would have done it online and nobody did, so I'm going to put one together for you real quick. A quick video to show you the comparison between the output of these two machines. So if you don't know what a centrifugal juicer is, that's what ours looks like right there anyway. But the way the centrifugal juicer works is it chops everything up into real fine little pieces and then spits those pieces onto a screen that's spinning really fast, and then through centrifugal force the juice is extracted and it catches all the juice from that screen and spits out or discards the solid stuff. The cold press juicer basically pushes everything through an auger and then spits out the solid stuff and basically squeezes all of the juice out of it. And the reason we got the cold press is because a couple different things. Supposedly they produce more juice, so you're going through a lot less produce. It's colder, the process is colder, or it's not hot in other words, and they say that the centrifugal juicer, because of the heat, kills a lot of the nutrients. So not only are you getting more juice out of what you're grinding through this thing, but you're also getting more nutrients out of it too. And it's also quiet. So the centrifugal juicer, you'll hear here in a second, it makes a lot more noise. So we're going to test the difference between the output of both of these. And it's not a very scientific test because I actually haven't weighed these, but I just kind of eyeballed everything, and here's what we're going to put into each machine. We've got celery, carrots, apples, aroma tomato, radish, part of a beet, and then some parsley. And I'm really curious to see what the cold press does with the parsley, because our centrifugal doesn't do very well with real leafy type vegetables, or because what it does is it spits them out instead of chopping it up. So I don't get very much juice out of it in the machine. So we're going to test both of them. I can tell you already what I don't like about the cold press is that the mouth on it, where you feed everything into, is pretty small compared to the mouth on the centrifugal, where I can throw a whole apple in there. But I'll chop these things up for the cold press, and then we're going to see what the difference is between the two. Okay, so let's turn on the centrifugal and get this thing going. The plastic bag is over here just to catch everything, so I have a little bit less cleanup work. But we'll get this thing cranking, and here's what we're going to put into it again. Okay, so I'm going to let that go for just a little bit longer to squeeze the rest of that juice out. Or I should say push the rest of that juice out. One thing you'll notice is I put the centrifugal by the sink because the air in this thing, it kind of forces air out this spout here, and it sprays sometimes. So I like to, if I'm doing this by the sink, you'll see some of the carrot sprayed in there. It's a little bit messy, just by the way they have these things sometimes. Okay, it looks like that's it for the centrifugal. So it made, out of what we just put in there, just over probably a full glass if you go right up to the lip of the glass. Okay, I forgot to put the parsley. I just caught that, so let me throw the parsley in here real quick. It's like almost heard nothing grind up because it just spit the parsley back out. Some juicers are better than others, but see, I don't even see any green in there. You can see the parsley got spit out back here almost whole, so I don't like that about, that's one thing I really don't like about that machine. Now we're doing everything in the cold press. Alright, so we're going to continue this now that I swapped out the glass. I stopped the other glass around the same level that our first glass stopped. We're going to put them side by side in a second, but I wanted to show the leafy greens in here. So you can see that it's getting a lot more juice out of leafy greens. Okay, so here's the actual result. You have the tall glasses. We have full almost to the very top there, and then actually based on this, the centrifugal made a little bit more juice when you bring it down to those two last glasses. So the centrifugal actually produces more juice.